Thank you for joining us. Our top story at noon: chaos at a northeast side apartment complex. SAPD Chief William McManus says that around 2:30 this morning, a man started shooting at officers, firing as many as 100 rounds. It happened as officers were responding to a call at the complex located on Raybon Drive. Take a look at this. New photos from San Antonio police show SAPD units riddled with bullets. The chief says the gunman shot another man and then eventually shot and killed himself. KENS 5's Vanessa Croy has the latest from police.
Chief McManus says a man fired over 100 rounds at officers this morning. In fact, he said the first officer that got here had to hide behind a dumpster to avoid being shot. And none of those officers were hurt, but the chief says they discovered 2 men dead inside one of those apartments, including the shooter. A chaotic scene unfolding at a northeast side apartment complex. According to Chief William McManus, officers went to the complex off Raybon Drive after someone called 911 saying a man had shot his roommate. When the first officer got there, that man started shooting.
The first officer that pulled up came from the east, and he stood in his doorway and fired 40 rounds into that vehicle.
As more officers arrived, the man kept shooting. The chief says the man fired over 100 rounds at officers.
So he had every officer that showed up on the scene pinned down, and there were probably about 5 police vehicles that were struck by gunfire.
One officer shot at the gunman but missed. When the SWAT team was finally able to get into the apartment, the shooter had turned the gun on himself. No one else was hurt, according to the chief, but he had this to say about what seems like an uptick of violent shootings happening across the city in the last few weeks.
Today, it seems that at the slightest provocation, people are pulling guns on each other and not afraid to use them. And I don't know what's causing that, but I've not seen anything like this.
We don't yet know the name of the shooter or the other man who was killed inside that apartment. The chief says investigators are still trying to find a motive behind the violence happening out here today. Reporting on the northeast side, Vanessa Croy, KENS 5.
Okay, our thanks to Vanessa for that report.